They laughed when you went quiet. They assumed you gave up. That silence, that stillness, they took it as weakness. They thought it meant you were finished. But what they couldn't see, what no one could see, was the sacred, holy work God was doing behind the scenes. While the world was forgetting your name, heaven was writing it in fire. You weren't buried, you were planted. There's a difference. Seeds don't make noise when they grow, they push through in silence. And that's what you've been doing, quietly, painfully, faithfully, growing, chosen one. The pressure didn't break you, it built you. It was never meant to be easy. You were marked from the beginning. The attacks didn't come because you were weak, they came because you're dangerous to the enemy's camp. The darkness recognized your light even when you didn't. Hell doesn't chase after the one sitting still, it comes for the threat. Some of you have been walking through the valley so long, you forgot what the mountain even looks like. But hear me, you didn't lose your promise, it's just been in progress. The warfare was never to destroy you. It was to reveal what God already placed inside you. And now He's calling it out. You've been set apart, not rejected, not abandoned, set apart. There's a reason they didn't understand you, a reason you never fit in. You weren't created for crowds, you were crafted for kingdom. You don't blend in because you were born to stand out. You weren't made to follow trends. You were designed to break chains. You're not just different, you're divinely distinct. Some of you have been hidden so long you almost forgot your own voice, but God never forgot. While you cried, He counted the tears. While you waited, He worked behind the curtain. While you doubted, He remained faithful. And now He's saying, it's time. You're about to walk in rooms where your name was once dismissed. You're about to lead where you were once overlooked. You're about to stand tall in the very places that tried to crush you. Because God doesn't raise up the loudest, He raises up the loyal. The ones who stayed when others ran. The ones who worshipped with nothing. The ones who held on through the storm, the silence, the betrayal, the heartbreak. See, the wilderness wasn't punishment, it was preparation. The crushing wasn't rejection, it was oil being pressed out of you, because to carry anointing like this, it costs. The people who carry the most power are often the ones who've suffered the deepest pain. God trusted you with the pain because He knew you could carry the purpose. You didn't go through all of that just to go back to being average. No, you're stepping into divine positioning. Every scar tells a story. Every tear watered the ground you're now walking on. Every door that closed was God's hand protecting you from places your soul wasn't meant to enter. You were never overlooked. You were preserved for this moment, for this calling. You're not crazy for believing there's more. That pull in your spirit, that urgency, that fire that won't quit even when you're exhausted, that's the evidence that you're chosen. You're carrying something eternal. That's why the warfare's been so intense, because what's inside you is too dangerous to be left dormant. But now, you've been tested, tried and tempered. Your voice has been forged in the fire. You don't just speak, you prophesy movement. You don't just show up, you shift the very atmosphere. You carry heaven's breath. And when you walk in a room, hell gets nervous. This next season isn't about proving yourself. It's about walking in who you already are. And this time, you're not asking for permission. They'll wonder how you did it. How you rose when everything tried to bury you, how you smiled when hell was at your heels, how you praised in the pit. And the only answer you'll have is, God kept me. They won't understand it. They're not supposed to. Because what's happening in your life isn't logical, it's supernatural. You're a living sign and wonder. You are proof that God still uses the overlooked, still anoints the broken, still calls the misfits, still breathes on the rejected. This is your Esther moment, your David hour, your Joseph release. What they meant for evil, God is flipping for good. Every delay was divine, every detour was designed. And now, your obedience in the dark is about to be rewarded in the light. So lift your head, fix your crown. You didn't survive the storm to play small now. You've been raised up for such a time as this. You were hidden to be healed. You were set apart to be sent. And now God is launching you from obscurity into destiny. This isn't a comeback. It's a commissioning. Drop a comment below. I'm chosen, I'm rising, I won't shrink back. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay in this revival with us. This is Sugar Bytes News, where faith meets fire and revival is our rhythm. Team Jesus, let's ride. We're just getting started.